again, we're looking for the residual for Gabon. Keep in mind that every single one of these dots is off by a little bit. Even the ones that look like they're on the line are generally not right on the line, right? Because this is continuous data, nothing's ever perfect because there's so many decimal places. But Gabon I picked because it's so far away, so it's easy to see. So that little red line there is what you're trying to find. Now the residual has a formula. It's your observed y minus your predicted y. Now what would that be in this case? The residual would be equal to what we observed in real life, which was 40.387, minus what we predicted, and what we predicted was right up here, 61.3655. Or let's just round 61.366, which means our residual would be, I know what it is, but I don't want to give away the surprise, 40.387. Oops, hold on. There we go, 387 minus 61.366, I think it was. Enter. That's negative 20.979. That's your residual. And that means that's how long that little stem is, that little red stem on the graph just a page ago. I'll highlight it. And I'll put it right up here. That's the residual. I'm going to make it a smaller font so it'll fit in there. There we go. So that little bar right there, that little red bar, is negative 20.979 long. And of course, all these dots have different residuals. Now, interesting to note that this one was a negative residual because the point was below the line. This dot over here, for example, would be a positive residual because it's above the line, right? And it's a straight drop, if I could draw a straight drop, from the point right down to the line. Okay. And that's actually the next question they're asking. So we've got this residual business right here. Positive and negative residuals. Let me draw you a picture. Hold on. There we go. So you can see here I drew kind of a quick sketch here. Although I say quick, but it took me a while to do it. But if you have a positive residual, it means that your point was above your line, and the red line is actually the residual itself, right? I didn't know if I should put this text box kind of over here. I mean, that's really the best place for it, right? So this distance right here, that red line is the positive residual. I'll even make it red to match. Okay? And then over here is the negative residual, right? It means that your point was below your line, so you overestimated. If it's above the line is the estimate, right? So keep in mind, the line is your estimations. If your point is above the line, it means you underestimated. If your point is below the line, it means you overestimated. It's kind of weird because you think negative means low, but it does. It means the point is low, which means the point up here is over, right? The line itself is overestimating. All right, so there are a lot of lines we could draw for this data. I mean, I could draw this black one, but I could draw another one and another one and another one here. I'll just draw another picture. Shape. Here. How about that line right there? Who knows? Actually, make it bigger so you can see it. There you go. What about that? How come that's not as good? And the answer is, well, there has to be one line, the line of best fit. So, true, there are a lot of possible lines. Hold on. But we only want the best one. This is the one that has the smallest amount of error overall. And remember, error is equal to residuals. Okay, so you're going to want a line that limits how much offness, right? Because every point's off a little bit from the black line, right? Or the green line or whatever. And you want whichever line's going to make it so that that offness is the smallest it can be overall for the whole thing. Okay. Well, the way we do that is you think, okay, well, we're going to have positives and negatives, and positive and negatives, they're going to balance each other out. So what you do, just like with standard deviation, is you square them. You take your distances, your errors, you square them, and you figure out which line makes those the smallest. Or you have Excel or StatCrunch do it, because you're not going to do that by hand. You have computers to do this for you.